Welcome back. We're just headed up into the National Forest to see how far we can get, or at least until I feel like turning around. Welcome back to First Person Farmer. Right now we're not farming, but we're going on an adventure into the National Forest, so we're going to see how far we can make it up here on this road before the road gets a little too dangerous or, there's too much snow. I mean, this is a Jeep, but I'm by myself and there's no cell phone service, so I don't feel like getting lost or stuck. I mean, I'm not lost. I've shifted into four-wheel high because the road seems to be getting a little worse for the wear. So yeah, there's a cross-country skiing trail up down that road and some natural bridge formations. But let's keep going here for a bit. So it's spring right now, but this summer I have some plans for the mini adventure. I don't know what we're calling it yet, but just where I go out in the national forest near me and we'll go on some adventures. We'll go picking some rare fruit, huckleberries, which only grow in a few places in the United States in good number. And we can go spelunking in some caves. We can go mountain climbing, and we can do a lot of different things around here. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. And if any of you have watched my other stuff, part of the reason why I can't edit the vlogs really yet is because, number one, I don't really have too much time. Number two, I have a so-so computer, but it's not the greatest, so it takes a while to process. And my internet's not that great. Like I said maybe earlier, I live in the middle of nowhere, and while we do have DSL, it just doesn't upload very fast. And I'll try to figure it out, but I may not add in transitions, and I don't know. We'll see. I may just upload pretty raw footage for the most part, and if you like it, then you like it. But there's plenty of places you can go for a polished thing. I want this to be more a mix of informative and fun, but yeah, it's definitely going to be different, but I hope you guys stick around. I'm going to look for a clear cut to pull off into, and we can test how the Google Glass handles, sort of a different kind of overcast, lighting, rainy. We'll look at some different plants around what they grow in the clear cuts, and we'll see what that looks like. And because I don't really know from a technical aspect, but I was noticing in my other vlogs that this thing doesn't, for whatever reason, adjust to light. But I think that things will look a little more crisp in a little bit of a darker setting. So yeah, we'll try to find a clear cut here really quick. Clear cuts are usually a really good place to find something called black caps. They're a type of I don't know if they're a relative of a blackberry or a raspberry, but they kind of resemble them, but a less domesticated version. They don't taste as good, and they're not as they haven't been bred for that, but they're still kind of fun to pick, although they won't be here for another month or so. It could be a good way to go. No, hold on. Let's keep going. Alright, let's turn off on this road. This is where the pavement ends. There's not a whole lot of pavement out here, but this is relatively good. This yellow brick road, so to speak. Yep. Certified weed-free straw and feed required on national lands. Lots of random signs out here. I saw one that said, watch out for livestock on road. But it should have said, watch out for me wearing Google Glass, because I'm a threat. No, I won't crash. I know it shouldn't be awkward, but when you're out in sort of a remote area, like a wilderness or in a forest, and you run into like anyone, just anyone coming the opposite way, or anyone behind you, or in front of you, it's just super awkward for some reason. Because everybody's obviously coming out here to, get away. So when you run into somebody, it feels like they're in your personal space. So I don't know. So hopefully we don't run into anybody, but there's a lot of people camping out here, even in the rain, because they're trying to reserve the premier spots, as much as weeks or months ahead of time for the summer. So they'll camp a long time, because there's a lot of things you can pick out here in the woods that are worth quite a bit of money. All right, here we are, out of the Jeep. Not a soul in sight. Well, let's just take a walk. Like I said, almost down a lot of these roads, there's people who have pitched tents. But let's hope we don't run into anybody. Most of the time they're looking for mushrooms. And sometimes people can get territorial about that, so we don't want that. I've run into bears near here while on runs, and they've had their cubs with them before, so, you never know. You could see a first-person mauling, and they'll collect the Google Glass, and it'll be like the black box that tells my story. So, wish me the best. Just a lot of stumps here. Some big trees over here that snapped in half or something. There's definitely been people here before. Litter bugs. Alright, let's get a close-up here. You never know how it's going to look until you get it onto the web. Does anyone still use that term? Because it's sticky. That's not why. Well, I'm heading back because it's starting to rain. But if you've never been out in the woods before, especially during the spring and summer, when it starts to get warmer, you can smell, it's a completely different smell than you've ever smelled before, because all the plants are releasing oils. And these oils smell super fragrant, better than anything you can buy at the store. So, does anyone know anything about that, releasing the oils? That's as much as I know. But I should probably look that up. So, right here I see something underneath this plant that's growing under here. Let's see if we can take a look at it. There, I saw it a second ago. Ah, there it is. There's things that grow in the funniest places. It's kind of amazing. See if I can get my head down here. This will be awkward, but if somebody came in behind me, man, would that be weird? Alright, let's take a look at it. Little flower. Hope it's not too blurry, but anyway, you get the point. I'm just wandering through a clear cut here, and I want to test if you can take off the glasses and it keeps recording or not. I have no idea. I don't read facts on websites, so let's see what happens. Is it working? All right. Let's get a close-up. Is it still filming? can do a traditional vlog. Actually, I have no idea how to hold this. Okay. Nah, that's boring. I'm over it. Alright guys, I thought I saw something. I think I see some tracks. Oh yeah, it's leading over here. Ah, that's definite signs of the droppings of a litter bug. Unbelievable. Wish these things were extinct, but I don't know, man. I've always thought that they should have tracking codes on beer and soda cans so that you can turn those codes in, but that's a little Orwellian. Yeah, that would be a little bit like a police state. We don't want that, but wish we could find out who litters all the time. Some bike riders just passed me. Two ladies, and I was kneeling down on the side of the road talking to myself, so that was awkward, but that's good. At least the sun's coming out now. Alright, heading back to the Jeep. They probably thought I was crazy. That's good. Here, you guys want to see some magic? Actually, it's not magic. Don't mind if I do. Oops. All right.